Hi, so it's Sunday, August 7th, and it's week 2 of the Every Bit Counts challenge. And so it's Sunday and I try to take a day of rest today, but I do have a little preserving project that I was finishing up from yesterday. It wasn't hard, just throw it in the jars and put it in the canner. So I'll show you that here. Follow along this week as I show you the preserving projects that we tackled this week. So this is my first attempt at sweet pickle relish. We really love pickle relish because we like things like egg salad and tuna salad and ham salad, and pickle relish is just what those things need. I also like tartar sauce on fish, and pickle relish is important in that. So I thought, I have all these cucumbers, I might as well make pickle relish. And I did not realize, but this recipe has bell peppers in it and onions in it as well. And I'm supposed to have a red bell pepper, but mine have not turned red yet, so I'm just gonna have to do with the green ones. There's my pickle relish.
There, see? That's how I do it. It do good.
Now that you're better aim, you can hold it up higher. Pour with the corner, Drake. It's Monday, August 8th, so it's day 2 of the second week of the Every Bit Counts challenge, and it's already 8 o'clock at night, and so I'm way behind, but ultimately today what I'm just going to do is process these strawberries I picked this morning. And so these strawberries, I am going to freeze most of them. And then while I'm doing that, my oldest is having a birthday this week, and so she's working on cake pops for her party, and so it's kind of fun to work in the kitchen with her and the other family too. Okay, just an update. I've got all the strawberries topped and any little bug bites or anything cut out of them, so I am going to flash freeze these in the freezer. And my daughter is making good progress on her birthday cake pops. Okay, so it's the next morning. It's Tuesday, August 9th, so this would be day 9 of the Every Bit Counts challenge. And I am working on brines for my pickles. I have one set of pickles that's ready for an alum brine, so that's this here. And then I have one set of pickles that's ready for its pickle brine. And this is vinegar, sugar, cinnamon stick, mustard seed, celery seed, and whole cloves. And it'll sit in this brine, which I'll heat up every morning for 4 days before I can it. And then my daughter is also up and she's finishing her cake pops for her birthday. still Tuesday, August 9th, and I picked these beans today and yesterday, and I've been snapping them throughout the day as I've been doing other things, getting ready for a birthday party, taking my daughter and a friend to the pool. I'll have a sleepover tonight. I have a lot of things going on, but I'm gonna get these canned tonight. So I have to wash these. I've got my water starting to warm up in my pot. I've got my water in my tea kettle to pour over the beans. I'm gonna cold pack them, or raw pack them, I guess is the right word, raw pack. I've always hot packed my beans to fit more in the jars, but come to find out I don't really need more in the jars. Raw packing is just about the right amount of what I can fit in the jar. So that's the method I'm going to use, and it's faster. I don't have to boil my beans ahead of time. So I'm also going to vacuum seal my frozen strawberries, and they've been freezing since yesterday. Didn't get to them, but this way there's no moisture in them, so when I put them in my vacuum sealer, it won't have any trouble vacuuming and sealing at the same time. To you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Alexis, happy birthday to you.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, wow. You can get your...
So it is now Thursday, August 11th, and yesterday I didn't film anything other than birthday party celebrations. And the only thing I was able to do as far as preserving goes was the next step on my pickles, which happened to be boiling the brine and pouring it back over the pickles. So didn't get a lot done, but I will count that as something that I did get done yesterday. But today I am going to make up for it. First thing I'm going to tackle today is getting these tomatoes turned into tomato paste. We use tomato paste in chili, spaghetti, veggie stew, pizza sauce. That's all I can think of right now. But it's super useful to have around. And I know I could individually can those different sauces, but I choose to just can tomato sauce and then flavor it and season it when I go to use it. So I have to get this into my roaster this morning to start getting it some of the water off to turn it into my tomato sauce. The first thing I do is I wash these in this bowl of water here to get them clean, and then I pour them. That's my first step. I'll also cut out any bug bites or bad spots that I find, and then I will work on peeling these. So now that my tomatoes are all cored and had the bad spots cut out of them, it's time to peel them. And so I have a pot of boiling water here. And I'm just going to put my tomatoes down in there. And I just keep it from splashing by using this. Get some in there for about 30 to 60 seconds. I have cold water right here waiting for them. They're going to start off in here and sit for a little bit, and then I will be able to take those peels right off of them. Okay, I can see the peels coming off of them already, so that's just long enough. Okay, so these will be a little bit hot. I try to work with them sooner than I should, but I'm going to go ahead and peel them. So the skins just come off pretty well. Skinned tomato, and then I just slice it into a few pieces, put it in there, and I will just keep going until I do this whole. Okay, so these are ones that are peeled and cut up. I'm going to take them over here to my roasting pan and dump it in. No room on the counters, so I have this little makeshift set up over here. And that'll work for roasting these today. That's what we've got. 22-quart roaster. Maybe 3/4 of the way full. Okay, the next step I'm going to tackle today is these pickles, and I actually have ones at all sorts of different stages. So this one is almost done. All I have to do to this one is heat up the brine. So I'll pour it off into the pan, heat it up to boiling, and pour it back on there, and then tomorrow this one will be canned and it'll be all done. This one is ready for its second step, so it's been sitting in salt water for 7 days. So today I will make a boiling water brine with alum in it. I will drain these off, I will rinse them off, and then I will put the alum brine back over them, and they'll sit for another 2 days. And this one is ready for the final brine. And so these I will drain off, I will dry them, I will poke them with a toothpick, then I will cut any that need to be cut, and then I will create the pickling brine for them with vinegar, sugar, seasonings, and pour that back over them to sit for 4 days. So we have these are in salt water, they need to go in alum water, These are in alum water. They need to go in a brine. These are in a brine. They need to continue to sit in their brine until they're canned tomorrow. So hopefully that makes sense. And I'm going to tackle these before lunch. Okay, so I'm outside. It's a little breezy. I hope that's not too loud, but I have a problem with my chicken coop. It is perfect. Everything about my design has just worked out exactly the way I wanted to until we had chicks. And the big chickens are not kind to the little chickens, and they killed one of them when it was only a day old. And I probably should have known to keep them separate, but I didn't. And so I have that little cage in there. I don't know if you can see it very well. You can go in there. I have this cage that I actually brought my chickens home in when I first got them. And that is what I've had to put Mama and babies in. You can see Mama thinks I'm bringing treats. And babies are all excited too. They're growing. They're a week and 2 days old and they're so much bigger already. But I want to give them a better home. I feel bad for Mama. She can't stretch her wings out or anything, and so it's not a terrible place for them. But as they grow, I want them to have a little bit nicer place. I still want them to be part of the flock. And so what I'm planning to do is just fence off the back part of the run and make it for Mama and chicks. And I think I will build them a separate little box to get in at night with a little roosting bar so Mama can teach the chicks how to roost. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I got it finished. We have a little mini coop for mama and babies, and this is a very happy mama chicken. She's been so cooped up in that little run, and now she has dirt again. It's actually mulch that's been mostly composted, but she's taking a bath, she's scratching. She is so happy to have space and room to get all that dirt, to take care of the mites that she might have. And her chickies now have more room. They weren't cooped up, but mama was definitely in a small space. Okay, so it is 7:20 at night, and I've been working on the chicken coop all day. But occasionally I'll come in here, and I've been straining off the liquid, and I really think I've gotten enough. There's still some left, but I think I've gotten a lot of it, and it's 1/3 of the size it was earlier, so it shrunk down a lot. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to blend it up, and then I'm going to put it in this pot and get it to a boil, and then I'm going to put it in my jars, and I'm going to can it. And I'm going to pressure can it because I only have to get it to 15 pounds of pressure for 0 minutes. And to me, that's really easy. So that's the way I'm going to do it. So it's just about 11 o'clock at night. I have cucumbers soaking in salt water to be made into bread and butter pickles tomorrow. I have 5 quarts of sauce. One's a little bit under a quart. We'll just use that one up right away. And that's tomato sauce. And then I have 4 actually full quarts of green beans. So that is today's Every Bit Counts challenge. Plus, of course, my pickles over here that we worked on this morning. And they're still sitting there. One will be canned tomorrow. So I would say that it was a successful day. I feel good about what I got done, and hopefully I'll get a lot more done tomorrow. It is August 11th, so day 11 of the challenge, and still going strong. So it is 11 o'clock, 11:20, and this morning I harvested my garden, and then I've been helping my kids with their school. So I'm just now tackling my pickles. So this morning I will heat up this brine, and I will put the pickles into little jars. I'll pour the hot brine over them, and then I will can them. And then these will be done. These, I have the brine going right now. It's heating up to a boil, and then I will just pour it right back over top of these two jars, and that will be day 2. So then Saturday looks like Sunday, I'm going to end up canning these. And then these two don't need anything today other than a little bit of a stir to make sure nothing's growing on top. Sometimes there'll be a buildup of yeast on top that I'll scrape off, but they'll definitely get a stir, both of those. So these are my bread and butter pickles, and they are just about to be canned. There's in pickle brine with onions and little pieces of cucumber. Okay, it's Friday, August 12th. of the Every Bit Counts challenge, and this has been on my to-do list for way too long. I should have probably done this the 3rd or 4th week of July, and here it is, well into August. I'm just now getting to it, but these onions are definitely cured. They've been drying plenty long, some a little bit too long. Most of them are still just fine. I used 6 of them this morning making pickles, and they are perfectly fine, but I need to get them off of here in the house, and I have more onions I need to get on here curing. So that is my project today. Okay, I have my helpers here, and we are going to pull out these onions. They should have been pulled a long time ago, but they'll be just fine. They've basically been curing in the ground. Hasn't been wet or anything, but I need to water, and so these need to come out today. And here I have potatoes. I have purple potatoes that I planted from mine from last year that had sprouted in the basement, and then the far end has elbow potatoes. So we are going to pull those out today as well, so I can water and maybe fill up this row with some broccoli or cauliflower. Oh, it feels so good to have this project done. It was another hot afternoon, and I did not want to do this, but it needed to be done, and I needed the space to plant some more things for the fall. And so the kids were pretty helpful. The oldest helped the whole time, and the other 2 helped off and on, but it was great to have their help. And we have our purple potatoes pulled out of the ground and our elbow potatoes. So that feels really good. The other project we got done is these onions we got pulled. My youngest 2 actually did this one all by themselves. They think it's so fun to try to pull out these big onions, and some of these onions are just wonderful, just lovely. So much better than ones that I started from sets. These were from starts, and it feels really good to have those pulled as well. Now I just gotta hang them to finish their curing. It's Saturday, August 13th, and I am canning beans because it was bean picking day. And I also took some zucchini and made it into zucchini bread that will go in the freezer for use at a later date. And then the last thing I'm going to do is seal some of those strawberries that I froze the other day. So it's the same thing as the rest of the week, so I'm not going to bore you with watching all of it. But this is my final products for this week. And I'm looking forward to a break tomorrow. All I have to do is can some pickles that'll be done tomorrow. And I hope you all enjoy the video. I look forward to seeing some of yours.